afternoon and evening. My name is Joseph, and I will be the moderator of this webinar. Wherever you are tuning in, thank you for attending Computecoin's third webinar in this series. The topics getting overviewed today will be beneficial for the community to get a better understanding of the importance of CCN. Alongside me in this presentation is Dr. Yang, who is currently the CTO of CCN and has a proficient understanding in blockchain technology. In this mining playbook webinar, three important concepts will be discussed: our transition to testnet Huygens, CCN mining, and our collateral mechanism. Enjoy the webinar. CCN is a DAG-based blockchain that uses patented technology to aggregate computing resources. It is important to know the native wallet to interact with CCN is our very own Ale wallet. The next generation infrastructure that powers all-purpose Web3 and metaverse applications, a clear and concise way to explain CCN. Currently, CCN is operating on Dome A, our first testnet, which has achieved remarkable results. Consensus is an important part of any blockchain. CCN boasts worldwide consensus. Testnet Dome A has achieved some important milestones with over 100K plus mining nodes from 21 countries. The result of this is a large network of compute capabilities, close to 100 billion metapower, which is equivalent to 4,000 petabytes of storage space or 200,000 3080 NVIDIA mining GPUs. We have a vast social following and are continuously growing. Please be sure to follow us to stay up to date on the CCN network. I now have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Yang, who will take the stage to start speaking on our upcoming testnet, Huygens.
Okay, thank you, Joseph, for the introduction. And today, the main purpose of this webinar is to give a brief introduction of the new features of Huygens, our CCN testnet version 2. And we are going to launch some exciting announcements. So since our launch of the Dome A, we have as Joseph said, we already have reached a large base community, and we receive feedback from our community every day. So we did a lot of improvement based on feedback on Huygens, and also we have introduced a bunch of new features. So here is just a brief list of what we have achieved during the last few months when the testnet Dome A was running. So for Huygens, it's going to be launched in late March or early April this year, and it's open to all the publics. And in the Huygens, we have introduced the mining roles. We are separating the miners and the workers, which is mainly for the security reasons and the better user experience. And we have removed the current username and password system for the people to log in. So in Huygens, all the miners, they can just use their wallet account to log into the mining portal. And in Dome A, we introduced a concept called metapower to measure the computing power in the metaverse. And in Huygens, we have introduced a new concept called Metatime. You can think Metatime as the smallest unit of the time that the metaverse application was running. And more importantly, which is, I think it's critical for the CCN to build our ecosystem in Huygens, is the full compatibility of Huygens with Ethereum. And also a very, very important role for the testnet V2 Huygens is we are verifying our tokenomics, which includes the reward mechanism, collateral mechanism, and the penalty mechanism. We are going to verify the tokenomics and make certain adjustments based on the miners' feedback and the community feedback. And before the launch our mainnet, we are going to finalize our tokenomics. And based on all our new design, especially the fully compatibility with Ethereum, we are able to build up our ecosystem in Huygens. So in the next few months after the launch of Huygens, our community will see that we are onboarding lots of our partners and our developers on Huygens, and you are going to see a lot of applications able to run on the Huygens. So the miners and the workers. The main reason for introducing miners to separate this miners and workers' responsibility is for the security and to improve the user experience. So the miners, you can think they are the owner of this mining farm, and they are the people who actually own the mining machines and put the collateral into the CCN and receive mining rewards. You can think the workers actually are the technician. They work for the miners because the miners' machine maybe they are just deployed in a decentralized way. So they need the technician to help them to operate in the machines, to host the mining machines and remove the mining machines from the CCN. So, but the workers, they only have the privilege to operate in the machines. They are not the person who is able, the workers' account, they are not the accounts are able to receive the mining rewards. We separate this mainly for the security of the asset. Okay, match time. So this new concept is also very critical because the match time, you can think match time is the smallest unit. It's like 1 second. 1 second in the metaverse, it's like a smallest unit of a time in MCP, which is a time, you can think this, it's essentially like defined as the time that a new block is mined on MCP. It's also the consensus time in the metaverse. So for the match time, each tick is roughly equals 2 to 3 seconds in the of the time in the real world. So the match time actually indicates the transaction speed and the network latency of the MCP. So you can think how fast that the MCP consensus is and how fast your transaction can get confirmed. I think everyone already have a good experience on the Dome A, right? So if you send a transaction to the other party, I think the transaction has got confirmed really quickly, right? Just within seconds. So on top of match time, we are defining the other times, right? You can think like days, months, and years. So our tokenomics, that how fast the token will be released, how long this token should be staked as a collateral. All those are actually defined on the time intervals, which is based upon this match time. So on match time, we also define this epoch. Okay, epoch is like a duration, which that the MCP to switch the block validators. So when we launch our mainnet, the block validators will be randomly picked from the set of miners, right? So during the switch of epoch, those block validators are actually randomly rotated between the miners to achieve the full decentralization of the consensus. So within each epoch, the block validators, they are fixed and they are going to share the mining rewards that the mining pool released. Also, very important, the Huygens is fully compatible with Ethereum. So in our Dome A, we already integrated the Ethereum virtual machine, EVM, into our MCP. And we also launched ERC20 tokens on Dome A. However, moreover, in the Huygens, we make like one step further, right? We make this like fully compatible, not only on the EVM. We make all the encryption and decryption algorithms compatible. We made the address format compatible. That means huge to the project because it indicates like more development tools can be deployed on MCP or CCN. For example, all the smart contract development tools, like Truffle, Hardhat, all these like very popular development tools on Ethereum, they are available like immediately to the CCN developers, which enables the the Ethereum developers or other like Solidity developers, they are going to migrate to our CCN development with like a very, very low learning curve. Basically, they don't have to do anything. And also it have the CCN token exposed to more wallet options. Right? The CCN community members, they can use wallet such as MetaMask to connect to the Huygens. So you don't have to use L wallet. You can also use MetaMask or any other wallet which can connect, which supports like Web3 standard to have access to the CCN token. It also indicates more ecosystem partners. All the popular projects like NFT projects, DeFi projects, or any other blockchain projects, which is popular on Ethereum or any other Ethereum compatible chains. For example, BSC, Avalanche, Polygon, those chains are currently Ethereum compatible and a lot of applications are running on them. And these projects can be migrated to the CCN with very low effort. So with these features, I think our community members is going to see a burst of our ecosystem during the next few months after the launch of Huygens. The one main purpose of this testnet Huygens is to verify the tokenomics, right? We have the reward mechanism, collateral mechanism, and the penalty mechanisms. I'm not going to explain the details here because in the next week, we are going to have our fourth webinar to talking about specifically our tokenomics. So just stay tuned and join our next webinar to learn more details about tokenomics. And also we are going to share our details in our CCN Gitbook. Okay, so I introduced the features of Huygens. Meanwhile, next section, I'm going to explain how the mining actually works in Huygens. So for Huygens, we keep our best features of our Dome A, which is merge mining. Okay, we are going to continuously support the merge mining, and we are still allowing our miners to simultaneously mine the CCN and other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, FIO, Cheer, BZZ, AR, and CRU, etc. And we are also having some other cryptocurrencies waiting in our queue. And in the next few months or weeks, we are going to bring up more cryptocurrencies for merge mining. And we are allowing the idle computers on our network to rent out your rigs to our clients. We are going to build a machine rental business, rental application on our platform. And we are going to allow our miners to earn more when you can provide the types of computing power that our user needs most. So for example, in the Huygens testnet, the miners who contribute like high quality machines, like a GPU, high quality GPU machines, you can see that they are going to earn more reward during the Huygens. And also we keep our token deflation mechanisms. As the project has promised, right? So 30% of the project profit will be used to buy back and burn the CCN tokens. So as we are bringing on our collaborators, our partners, and we are going to have a lot of applications ramped up in Huygens, you are going to see that this buyback and burn CCN tokens in Huygens is going to happen like in the testnet. So to join the mining of Huygens, our miners, they have to get the mining pass. So they have to get a mining pass with like a very, very minimum cost. It's a very low cost mining pass, and you should get mining pass by using a CCN stablecoin. Okay, the CCN stablecoin is going to be launched in the next few weeks, and you are going to bridge the USDT on BSC to the stablecoin on our CCN. And all the token we collected, all the stable coins we collected as a mining pass sale, we are going to use that stable coin to buy back the CCN and then burn it. Okay. And as I said, the main purpose of this testnet is to verify the tokenomics, to determine the tokenomics. So we are going to charge very, very little for the mining pass. It's kind of very minimum cost. So the miners, they have to put the collaterals to the network. The main reason is to ensure the integrity of CCN miners and the stability of the met power supply. Okay, so they put the collateral onto the network. If there's some malicious behavior happen of this miner, we are going to do some punishment and slash of the collaterals. Okay, the total amount of the collateral which is required is determined by the tokenomics, and we are going to release these details after after tokenomics webinar, and we're going to publish these details on our Gitbook. And for the testnet, Huygens, the duration for staking for the collateral is 360 days. So if you put the collaterals into the CCN, you are able to get it back after 360 days. Okay, so we designed this collateral to make sure the in Huygens network, the greater power providers, they have to take the greater responsibilities. Okay, to make sure, since we are bringing up applications and partners, we have to make sure our testnet is running stably. Okay, so in Dome A, we already have 100,000 machines running our network, and we already have miners, right? We are going to, before we launch Huygens, we are going to stop Dome A. We are going to we are going to help the miners in Dome A to migrate to the Huygens testnet. Okay, so we are going to help that happen, and the details also, just stay tuned, and we are going to launch this migrating and shifting details. Meanwhile, we also noticed there are some miners, they have not experienced the CCN mining, and they are new. They don't know much details about CCN. So if they didn't get committed, if those miners, they have not committed yet, so we are going to offer this 1-week trial program for those miners with 0 collaterals. So the new miners, they are able to put 0 collaterals and connect to the CCN network and have a 1-week trial. So in 1-week trial period, they are able to get a certain amount of CCN tokens. Okay, so all you need is like a computer or a mining machine plus the reliable internet connection. Just connect to the CCN network and get some CCN tokens for free trial. However, if you put your CCN tokens as a collateral into the network, you are going to see like a boost of your mining reward. The boost is like 10x. Okay, so the free trial period, you get a certain amount of CCN tokens. You put your collateral in, and you see the boost of the mining reward. Okay, now I will give it back to Joseph, and he is going to introduce our collateral mechanisms. That means how our community members, how our future miners, they are able to get CCN tokens as a collateral.
Thank you, Dr. Yang. The collateral mechanism is an essential part for miners to understand in order to mine. It is important to note that each miner must post the necessary collateral to mine with CCN. Collateral is determined by MetaPower mined. CCN has 2 collateral programs. These programs will assist miners in gaining access to the necessary collateral. One way to achieve CCN tokens is via the early bird program. This allows miners to join early with 0 risks before CCN tokens are listed on exchanges. The second way for a miner to gain access to CCN tokens is via the Collateral Marketplace. The early bird program allows miners to join early before CCN tokens are listed on an exchange. Early bird tokens have a special offer of 1 CCN token for 3 USDT. There is a special offer pool of 5 million CCN tokens for early bird participants. The minimum entry amount for the early bird program is 50,000 CCN tokens or 150,000 USDT. Early bird participants have no risk if the token price drops below $3 and will be refunded based on 70% of the 3-month average price. It is important to know the 3-month average price will be determined after the first time our CCN token gets listed on any DEX or centralized exchange. Early birds also have the benefit of, if the market price goes higher, you will be saving big by purchasing the token at a discount compared to the market price. Just a quick example, a miner that pre-stakes 100 CCN at $3 assumes the 3-month average price, market price on the DEX is $4, then 70% times $4 equals $2.8. Therefore, $3 minus $2.8 times 100 equals $20 returned to the miner. An exclusive offer to our early contributors of CCN. Any contributor is a qualified referrer and will be given a commission of 5% for each successful referral that joins the early bird program. If you are a current Dome A miner, team member, advisor, or investor, you are qualified to become a referrer and earn a commission on growing the network. The Collateral Marketplace is important because it allows miners to gain access to CCN tokens or liquidity if needed. Existing or new miners may need this function in order to gain the necessary tokens to post collateral. On the other end, our Collateral Marketplace, powered by our own CCN smart contracts, allows CCN holders who may have no mining rigs to participate in mining. The Collateral Marketplace creates an interesting ecosystem, which allows a symbiotic relationship between miners and community stakers. Miners make the call and decide whether or not to use the Collateral Marketplace. The minimum collateral a miner must post is 30%. The rest could be raised by the community. Miners can determine the ratio, 50-50, 90-10, whatever they are comfortable with. This ratio can be set by the miner and the contract. Miners will take full responsibility for any malicious activities, and community stakers will be given their tokens back when a faulty miner has fortified their collateral.
Joining? Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you all. Cheers.